today we are going to do one example. It's a little bit more difficult than yesterday's example, but I also give you more than one set of information. The first clue that I give you is that the first term is 4. So I'm actually telling you what A is. The next one, I tell you the last term is 1 over 1 to 8. So I'm actually telling you what is Tn. And I'm giving you the sum of the series. They tell you it's a geometrical series, and now they want you to work out R. So you are going to use the two sets of main info that you have. This is not main info, this is just A. But this is main info. Tn equals 1 over 1 to 8. And this is also important. The sum of all the terms is this answer. So we start with those two. Because they tell you it's a geometrical series. Fine, thank you. I'm doing a video. See your brother? No. Yes. No. Alright, so we start with the general formulas for those two Sn and Tn's. I know what A is, so I substitute the A. I also know what Tn is, the value. And then, when you get there, you see that you can split this R. R to the power of n times R to the power of negative 1. Okay, this is a tip that you need to use if you get stuck. Okay, I'm getting back to this one. For Sn, you substitute A as 4, Sn the value, and then you get stuck. Now, you look at your two formulas and you have to solve them simultaneously. But you can't add them, you can't multiply them, you can't divide them, you can't minus them. So the only option is to look for a little pattern that's in both of them. And then to solve this pattern in the simpler equation. So this one looks simple. So you solve r to the power of n, and then you substitute this in there, and then you solve r. Okay. So r to the power of n equals r over 512. I'm going to substitute it in there. Then you have two fractions with the equal sign in the middle. Another tip, if you have two fractions and it's one term, you can cross multiply to get rid of the fraction. So that's what I did. Now you multiply all the brackets in, solve r, and you get r as a half. Okay. Any questions here?
When that Sn equals E, that's for arithmetic. The other one, the short one.
Yeah. Now, in the follow-up question, I ask you, now calculate n. So how many terms can you add to get that answer? I know what's A, I know what's R, and I know what's the sum's answer. Okay. So, because you know what's R, you can substitute it into the simplest equation, this one. And remember, R is a fraction and it will get an exponent, so put it in brackets. Now, if you say half divided by 512, you get 1 over 1024. This 2 has a power of 1. So I'm going to take it from the denominator to the numerator. No. Then it becomes 2 to the power of negative 1 times the n, 2 to the power of negative n. This 1024, you're going to get the prime factors, and you're going to see it's 2 to the power of 10. Take it up, then it's 2 to the power of negative 10. Now I have two bases that are the same, so the exponents must be the same, and therefore n will be 10. Okay, did you all follow the reasoning with the doing? Alright, this is the only example for today's lesson. We singled this one out because it's a little bit more difficult than yesterday's work. So your homework for tomorrow, okay, that will be for Monday. Tomorrow? No.
Thank you.
Two sets of information, part 2, exercise 7, number 3 till 6.